Off to a heck? What does that even mean? Off to a good start. Whatever. Look, it's that time. Let's go ahead. Crappy, take us over. I've got no special intro, no special transition. Crappy, just go ahead and take us past that one game again. Yeah. Because everybody, we've got a match coming up between Mr. T and Tina Hax. Tina Hax of really retro fame. Mr. T, sort of the bizarre Euro type game that... Actually, no, Mr. T's from Argentina. He's still giving out a lot of European games. Yeah. Anyways, they're going to be dueling. One of them will be eliminated from our GM bracket, and the other one will move on to face another competitor. So who is the GM today? Well, say hello to the master of games, the secret person, the scary rary Brambles. Shrambles, come in. Shrambles, I want to talk to you about video games. Hello, Shrambles.
Hello, Brosentia.
Oh my gosh, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I just had a show last night. It was a random hodgepodge improv show. So I feel bad for anybody who came to watch, but that's just how improv goes.
Oh yeah, like sometimes you end up having a really good show, and sometimes you're like, ugh, and you feel it the entire time. You're like, oh, I know this isn't being good, but I've got to be here for another hour and a half, and we're just gonna keep going.
Yeah, I mean, just there to support the fellow performers, and it was the format of the show is it's called stage match, so all the people who are coming are being formed onto a team just for that night, and then afterwards they don't be team ever again. So
really?
It's a really cool little format of just like taking a bunch of people who, some of them have been doing improv for a long time, me being one of them, and then some people who hadn't done it like ever. They've done it. This is their second time performing.
Oh, that's so much fun.
And so like it's so interesting because it's that classic like always fear the rookie because they'll do unexpected things.
Yeah, but at the same time, there are strategies to deal with the unexpected as a more experienced improviser. I suppose that's true about games, we're here to deal with the unexpected, and honestly, did anybody expect what you're giving out today?
So I, weirdly enough, kind of have a combination of the past two games I have given.
Okay.
So the first game I gave was Bob versus the Aliens, and then the second game I gave was N and Angel. And how do you mash those two up? Well, you take a character from one game and put them in the situation of the second game.
Ow.
So for your consideration today, I have Bob's Bad Day for the Amiga.
Really looks like Bob is having a bad day. I gotta be honest, okay? He's not super thrilled about what's happening here. I don't know what's bad about his day, but I know what's bad for the players. They have 1 hour that they have to play this game to try to make as much progress as they can. Whoever does, of course, takes the victory. Whoever doesn't will be eliminated from the GM bracket. They'll go and cry a little bit and then probably plot their revenge because, hey, they'll probably be giving games out during the next Kusog7ande. No friends, only enemies here.
No friends.
Maybe not friends.
I mean, the competitors can be friends, or they can be enemies. Who knows? The GM competitor relationship now has all been kind of mixed and matched now since this GM bracket. So who knows? More surprises.
I have no idea. Well, I'm currently working on getting the streams captured so that we can have the match today. Just so people know, I have been feeling kind of sick today, as in I actually do have a fever right now, and, we're gonna see how I am after this match, or partway through, because I'm supposed to be playing in the second match. We'll see if the stream is gonna be going the full time today. I think I'll have a better feeling of if I'm gonna be good to go in a few, like, once we get started, you know?
Yeah, and then just to mention, there is a little motion sickness warning towards this game. We will see why.
Great. I'm sick and you're giving motion sickness out here. How dare you?
You know, the game was given before you warned everyone that you were sick.
Oh, I'm not gonna vomit. You're good.
I mean, I won't say the same for Bob.
Oh, Bob might vomit?
Bob might vomit.
Well, honestly, he probably deserves it. Like, let's be real here. He's having a bad day. He's kind of ugly. And I don't know. It's not up to me. It's up to the players to see if they make him sick. Well, Terminator 2 music, go away. Actually, it just ended, and YouTube just let me pause. Freaking frick frack. Okay, there we go. It's paused. Now we've got Bob music. Bob music. Okay.
Oh, yeah. We definitely have Amiga tunes today.
Oh, this is very Amiga.
We're going to hear them because there are a lot of songs in this game.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Wait, a lot of more than one song?
Oh, there's more than one song.
Wow. Okay.
And we'll experience it if they are a little slow on completing some of these levels.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I'm just trying to keep track of how my internet is doing as well. It looks like I got a few drop frames, but not too many. I'm gonna go ahead and say that was probably Bob's fault. Bob? What you doing with all my frames, huh, Bob?
Yeah, Bob really, as the manual states, you really, let me get to the actual quote that the manual says. Looks like you've done it this time, Bob. For why he is having a bad day.
You done it this time. Stupid Bob. Yeah, Bob, I'm gonna kick your butt. Yeah. Which one's Bob? The wizard or the...
So Bob is the one in the red. So the way the plot goes is that Bob was just walking down the street to his bus stop. And then the wizard appeared, which, you know, he thought was funny. And so he told him, like, you know, that really had me rolling. And then the wizard's like, oh, you'll be rolling all right. And he transformed his head and his body into a ball.
Oh no! Well, he deserves it. Everybody get all of your wizard emotes and everything ball-shaped that you can. And any bobs if you have them. And get ready to spam because we are yeah, indeed, we're doing the countdown right now, Shrambles.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah!
Also, coins. Coins is a good thing to spam because they'll be collecting a lot of coins. And spikes. So balls, bobs, wizards, spikes, and coins.
Yeah! Oh, yeah, we have Bob Ross. Oh my gosh, I forgot that he was an emo for a lot of people out there. But as soon as I see movement in the first stage... Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, never mind. Game of the year.
Yeah, so this is basically, if you played the Super Nintendo game On the Ball, it's basically that game, but just with much more fast physics.
Okay, yeah, I can sort of see that, yeah, this is speedy. Honestly, the first thing that I thought of was Mohawk and Headphone Jack, but probably On the Ball would be a more appropriate game to compare it to.
It has the rotation effect of Headphone Jack with the gameplay of On the Ball.
Okay.
Like these first few levels are going to be kind of more like tutorial. Just kind of getting used to the game. So you can see that we are collecting power-ups that change the orientation of gravity. And it looks like Tina is dealing with that at the moment. And Mr. Torture also just got that power-up.
Yeah.
Which just, changes the direction of gravity. Basic stuff.
Do they have to collect all of the coins in the level before they complete it then?
Yes. So for progress tracking, we will be tracking based off of level and how many coins they collect, because they need to collect every coin in order for the ending level to open up.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it looks like Tina now has right gravity, so not only are we rotating the stage, but we're also getting the direction of gravity changed all the time. So right now Tina is dealing with gravity going to the right, rotating the level in. I actually really like this.
It's a really nifty game and concept. It's just like, it is a pain to control, because Bob is also really bouncy. So he will just, you can also jump. So, like, you can rotate, and you can also jump with Bob.
You can also jump? Oh my gosh,
yes,
this game
you
has
can also
everything.
jump. It has everything you want in a video game. But, trying to get into these... But as you can see, Tina's trying to jump into these little, crevasses right there, but is having such a hard time of, getting the gravity and the bounce to actually just, line up.
Beep. Beep.
Controlling this game takes time.
Yeah, question. Right now, it doesn't seem like there's been any way to die, and I presume that's going to be that way for probably a little bit. Is it that way the entire time, or will we get death later on?
I believe when we get to level 6 or 7, we'll be introduced to spikes.
Oh, perfect.
And then after level 25, we'll be introduced to enemies.
Gotcha. Yeah, for me, okay, so weird thing is that you said that, there was a motion sickness warning for this game, and I can understand how some people would get motion sickness. I'm immune to this, okay? I'm immune to this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like 3D level motion sickness, but if you have a hard time with orientation, this is Vertigo. Your head is just the constant rotation, the constant flipping. It is not a good time for people.
Oh yeah, not at all. Well, it looks like both of those streams are currently not running for me. Okay, Tina is back, and Mr. Torture will hopefully be as well, but I am Comcasted.
Oh no, Comcast again.
Why? Why? You know what? Let's keep going. Okay, I'm sick. Comcast is sick. Hopefully we're gonna be back for everybody in just a little bit. If you see frames drop, that's just gonna be our reality today. We'll go ahead and keep commentating and refresh the streams whenever we can. Yeah.
So chat has a question about why Bob's face is changing color. So if you were rotating your head around in what's seeming to be hyperspace area, you'd probably get a little sick too. Which is Bob's face is turning green. So when the timer goes out, Bob will vomit to indicate that time is up.
Oh, understandably. Sometimes you just vomit. Sometimes you vomit everywhere.
It looks like Mr. Torture experienced the first game over. I don't know why he's taking the time to... He's typing the word crap.
It's very important to let your emotions out during gameplay, okay?
Those little moments when you can communicate with chat.
Oh, yeah. Well, we know that Mr. Torture has some opinions about the game, specifically that crap. Tina, meanwhile, is currently making some decent progress, but I saw a spinning blade of doom. Oh no, you lose coins if it gets you?
Yes, so the coins kind of act as some of your health. So if you don't collect any coins, if you get touched by a spike, you die instantly. Oh, I think this is the best song. You have a guy screaming as kind of like the riff. Oh, it's beautiful.
Stop it! Just keep playing, stream. Come on. I'm gonna kick your butt, internet, okay? Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna pull a wizard move. Comcast is turning into a ball. Bam. Kick Comcast.
Yeah, Tina so far hasn't seemed to have had too much trouble with kind of the physics and getting around so far. As we can see, Mr. Torture having such a hard time getting into that just area. It finally gets in, but doesn't get any coins. Oh, tragedies. Yeah, Tina playing it safe, just trying to get these coins. Like, it is not easy to control Bob's head. And
it's never easy to control Bob's head. So if you do end up dying,
so Mr. Torture did die already. It will just kick you to the high score screen. But he does get the completion.
Gotcha.
And you can just continue after putting in your high score.
Okay, so you don't actually lose any progress if you die, which is good.
No, it's actually really forgiving in that sense. Every level has the password. So if you got sick and want to just come back to this, just enter in the password and you can start right where you left off. So in terms of just like...
Is the music double speed?
Yes. You are running low on time. The music kicks in the double gear.
Gotcha.
It is the most Amiga music thing I can think of.
That's pretty beautiful. I love it. Well, in order to help a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and try to lower my own bitrate. Hopefully that'll help on our end, stream-wise, and... you know, I'll do what I can, and hopefully the game still looks decent for everybody here. And if not, whatever. It's just know there's a Bob in ball form, spinning around doing stuff. Bah.
Mr. Torture, no. Mr. Torture just went into the spike pit and learned that was a bad idea.
No, Mr. Torture, don't do that. Wow! Okay,
Yeah,
this music is so good. This game is perfect.
It's beautiful. I am glad I got to get to show it off today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Tina is now dealing with these blocks that you need to have enough force in order to break.
Ow, 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 ow. Oh my gosh. Okay, whoever made the music for this, Musician of the Year, again, this year. Thank you for the orchestral hits. I very much enjoy that. Question, it might just be, the reception that I'm personally getting from Tina. Is there, like, when you is there an ability that makes rotating weird or slower or jankier or something?
Yeah, so there is a slow motion power-up.
Okay, there is.
There was a slow motion power-up. There's one that reverses it. As we've seen, it can go just, it can switch the orientation of being up, down, left, right. And Tina is just blazing through some of the levels. Where is she at right now? She's at 12. Okay. Smiling. Yeah, so and we'll experience some even worse ones. I believe 16 or 17 introduces us to one that don't have, but we will see it. We got springy mode. Boing.
Boing indeed. Well, okay, everybody, this is going to be a bit of a struggle. I realize that we are getting very Comcasted today, and we're just gonna go ahead and keep trying to go. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and do this match. That's all. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, poor Mr. Torture. I can see Mr. Torture is not having a good time. We're on the other. I think team is absolutely having a blast with this game.
I like this game.
And Tina now experiencing that if you hit something without coins, you will die instantly. Tina's, I think, the first kind of puzzle-esque level where you have to kind of realize you need to get a specific power-up to break the spikes before you can do really anything else in this level.
Yeah, I mean, it sort of is understandable, you know, break the spikes. Is Mr. Torture just sitting there? Is Mr. Torture not playing the game? No, Mr. Torture is playing, it's just that
Comcast is being Comcast.
I'm very angry, okay? Like, we're supposed to... Yeah! Comcast, I'm gonna come down to your face and sit on it.
I'm doing like the classic enemy guy when you punch their open palmed fist. Like, I'm backup for you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you for being my backup. Oh, do you get to wear a suit? Can we both wear suits?
Oh yeah, we can be like the suit, like yeah. Heading up to Comcast Central, be just like, hey, we got some news for you. Maybe a Billy Club. I wanted a Billy Club because you can like rotate really cool.
I prefer to call it a William Club. Personally.
Oh, we're going for its full name.
The
its
proper legal name for the club, the William Club. Okay. You know what? This is not the first time that we've had this happen. Neither will it be the last. But, you know, luckily I've got a local recording going, so it's a tiny bit smoother, but not a whole lot. Well, we'll just go ahead and roll with it. And then probably only have this match. Yeah, it's a good joke. It's a good joke. I personally like to tell people when things are funny. That way they know when to laugh.
Yeah, no, that's kept laugh track comedies, sitcoms going for years.
Oh, come on. Seinfeld is amazing. Okay.
Well, I mean, is Seinfeld still on?
What?
They're not making new episodes of Seinfeld.
Well, no, of course they're not. It's been what, almost 2 decades now?
Yeah, it's been a while.
I like the honking sound when you beat a level. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, as I've come to grow more accustomed with Amiga games, one from just like GM sharing things and my own research, I have grown to appreciate soundscapes that the Amiga can produce.
Yeah, the Amiga can make a lot of sounds, for sure. Like pan flutes. Pan flute's a sound. Honking. That's a sound.
Honking, pan flutes, screams.
Boops.
Like,
yeah.
Everything.
So Tina's got an interesting thing going on. She's been moving without really rotating the screen per se. Is it just if you get enough momentum and then make the floor flat, you keep going?
So I think she also just got like a sticky power-up, which allows you to stick to the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, this game has, let me just look at the manual, how many different power-ups there actually are.
50 million.
So,
I'm
1,
exaggerating.
2, 3,
like
4,
40.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are 16 different power-ups. some of them aren't really power-ups. They're more power hindrances. And I think we're about to see on Tina's screen one of them very soon. I'm going to assume it's the next level.
Ooh, okay. I'm ready.
Yeah. Maybe it's not this one. Okay, it might be... Yeah, it's coming up soon. It's either 18 or 19, which is just really devious and just... Why is this in the video game?
So one question that I have for you is that obviously you have to get enough coins to clear, or for whatever number is at the bottom right.
Oh, there it is. Your left side joystick is now asleep.
What?
Tina can now only rotate right.
What? Oh, I love this. This is so good.
Like, the first time I experienced it, it's like, how? Why?
It's called learning how to use the jump function while rotating. Because holy cow, this is a little bit of a nightmare. But Tina's starting to figure it out.
Yeah. And sorry for interrupting your question, bro. What were you gonna ask?
I don't know.
Something about there's coins and...
Oh,
It'll come to you
the
later.
number at
Okay.
the bottom right shows how many coins you need to finish the level. Is that...
So that is every coin. So there are 2 coins left that Tina still needs to collect to complete the level.
So you
and
do
then
have
the
to
one
get
to the
every
left of it-
single coin.
Yeah. So you do need to collect every coin. And then the number to the left is the coins that you currently have.
Okay.
So if you get hit, you'll lose coins, but you don't have to recollect those coins that you lose.
That's sort of what the sound sounds like to me right now. Oh,
Yeah.
good. Things are... You know what? You ready for commentator's curse?
Yeah?
Things are looking a little bit steadier right now. This is nice. What? Tina got through? Very
Wow.
nice. Holy crap.
All right, and now this might be the level the game crashes. So I'm going to hope it doesn't.
So, wait. Did you warn them that it could crash?
So yeah, no, I did warn them that it might crash on this level. And I do have passwords, and there is a fix, but they have to have the game crash in order for it to get fixed.
Why?
I had no other solution.
Oh, okay. So they have to crash in order
Or
for the
she
game
didn't
to
crash
work.
it. Amazing.
What?
Yeah, so who knows?
How does the game crash?
So like when I was just collecting the coins, I may have just collected them too fast, and then the game's just like, nope, we don't know what happened.
Beautiful.
So-
Beautiful.
But yeah, Tina is just destroying this game. I know we're 20 minutes in, and she's basically getting a level done a minute. And there is time for Mr. Torture to catch up, because some of these later levels do ask for some very, very precision movement.
I love that, like, there's precision movement in a game that just feels very chaotic and imprecise like this.
Yeah, I honestly, like, the amount of levels, just like the creativity, and like someone was saying that there's a little bit some samey level design. I'm gonna disagree in the sense that it's taking the level that you may have just been, but it's recontextualizing it with different like traps, different ways to interact with the level. Like, we had this level, but you could only move your joystick left. Now we just have a bunch of spike walls and a bunch of these like gravity blocks that you need to break through.
Yeah.
So while it's the same, in a sense, level, it's very much just recontextualizing how you actually do it. Is Tina just getting stuck on...
I mean, maybe. So
Oh, yeah.
one other thing to note is that like you have the number at the bottom right for the number of coins that are still left. Is the number to the left of that like how many hit points you have, or what is it?
Yeah, so that's like the coins that go into your little coin bag. And it does kind of represent your HP. So if you have 0 in your coin bag, you will die. And I just want to watch how Tina is just cutting it so close every time.
This is like Tina is just amazing. Tina's always amazing though. I gotta be on it. Mr. T is amazing as well. Just a little bit behind Tina. Well, quite a few levels behind Tina. Tina's demolishing this game. But Tina, historically has done very well in races. It's not too surprising to me to see Tina doing well here.
Yeah, and Tina right now has another one of those your joystick is asleep power-ups.
Yeah. I love that, like, I go to Moby Games to look up a little information about this, and it's like the description for the game. The reason why Bob's having a bad day is that his head has become detached from his body, and they've been hurtled off into different places. And I'm like, well, there's some more to that. There's a wizard, okay?
Yeah, they didn't watch the opening cutscene where the wizard turned him into a ball.
Yeah, come on, cutscene. Very important stuff here. Chat does have a very good point. Tina hacks, and because of that, she's good. This is what happens when, just so you know, everybody, if you're a hacker, you might be good at video games. Just don't hack live during Kusog7ande because that will disqualify you. We will give you 0 points for the match. We will be very ashamed, and we will probably call your mother, too. Yeah, and we'll make fun of you to your mother. We'll say you're ugly.
We have all of your mother's phone numbers.
Yeah, all of them. We have... Yeah, everybody, if you registered for Kusog7ande, I bet you didn't know, but we managed to find every single person's mother. By the way, signups did originally plan to get finished on August 31st, September 1st, but we actually extended it to September 15th just because I was like, I don't think we're going to finish the GM bracket quite yet. And honestly, it would probably be good just to give people more of a chance. But how many people do we have already? We were over 240 people, easily the highest that we had so far. And we could possibly hit 300. Like, seriously, this is a lot of people. And the more problems that you give to organizers, the happier I am. So let me see how we are right now. Yeah, we're at just about 244. So
that's a big number. I mean, that's a lot of Kuso.
Yeah. And you know what? This off season has been kind of fun. I'm really glad that we're doing the GM bracket because, first off, Shrambles, you get to be here and like show off some games. Oh no,
Ooh,
Bob vomited.
Yes, and there's Bob's vomit. I was waiting to watch that happen. Yeah,
Ew.
No, being a participant for the past 3 years, and just I love racing games. That's why I'm a part of the Mystery Funhouse community where we'll just pretty much race anything. There's so many fun and unique games that, some of them, like for at least in the Kusog7ande sense, may not have the same love that, your Marios, your Sonics have. But like, there's so much just like fun and inventiveness that, maybe just wasn't in the right place at the time, but we can still love them here.
Yeah, like there's so many games that we have on Kusog7ande that I'm like, if this came out on itch right now, people would have a lot of fun. But it just probably came out and didn't get quite as much love as it should have. And honestly, like, there's something that I love about flawed but interesting games, and this is definitely in that realm. This is flawed.
Yeah, I think I was looking up reviews for this game, and I think it was actually generally well received. It's just, it is just kind of a pain to control. Every time I see Tina collect your joystick is like disabled power up, I see that like small stop of just like, why did I pick this up?
I love it so much. Yeah.
And like
Mr. T
power-ups...
hasn't quite gotten to that point. I'm ready to see if Mr. T has a reaction, like when grabbing that. Yeah, Tina got the steal, or the thing that'll allow her to actually get through some of the blocks, I believe. Either.
Yeah, I think she collected the spike power up, so lets her beat the spikes.
Yeah.
She's probably looking for the heavy gravity power up because that'll allow her to like break those boxes a little bit easier.
She's out. Can you imagine just being slightly tilted the incorrect way and still getting to the exit through that sort of maze? That takes a lot of skill to, like, first off, to even consider that as an option. But like, it's rough. It's really cool to watch how Tina is doing here. Mr. Torture's really learning this game as well. I feel like he, a little bit slower than Tina at learning the basics for how the game works, but he's in this. Nobody's out until they're out.
Yeah, and to just like compliment Mr. Torture, I mean, this is not an easy game to control. So even like getting to where he is right now is still a very strong feat. It's just sometimes you're just up against someone who just has a game click with them so much more than another person. And we see it in, our races that we have at Mystery Funhouse all the time.
Yeah.
Where just someone, like, you may be clicking with a game, but someone might just be clicking with just a little bit more. And then the inverse is true too. If you're struggling with someone, you don't know if someone's also struggling with it just as much as you are, but usually they are.
Yeah. Mr. Torture, by the way, also has the issue where he is not able to rotate, but look, he's using the same tactic that Tina was using and managed to get to the exit. Just being slightly tilted and using Bob's jump in order to get through there. I love it.
All right, now hopefully it doesn't crash on Mr. Torture and it was just a problem with my computer. I mean, if it does crash, I do have all the passwords for all the levels.
Yep.
So they'll be able to jump right back into the game.
Yeah, so I'm not too concerned. Crashes happen in Kusog7ande. You never really know when it's going to happen, but at the very least...
it's just my computer. It's my computer that caused the problem.
Maybe. But like, I'm trying to think. There's a game that we had on Super Nintendo that was... Oh, I'm trying to think. It was that Sonic Mario game. Like, Mario was in cages and you were playing as Sonic, based off of a Speedy Gonzales game.
Oh, yeah. I think it's like Sonic 6 or something, or Sonic...
something like
actually
that.
Know that. Yeah, I know that game. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, like, the problem is specifically with how what is it? Something with memory or some weird function with Super Nintendo that is very uncommon. And actually, the base game had the problem, not just the ROM hack. Or the bootleg game that we had. And because of that, we had some matches on Kusog7ande back, I think, early Kusog7ande, Tusog7ande, something like that, where we had to deal with a crash. I was like, there's a crash here. Here's some information. You're allowed to make a save state, and otherwise, good luck. So we don't ban games because of crashes, but that's only if there's a reliable way to deal with it. And because there are passwords for this game and you've planned for it, that's what I love. You put the work in, even if it wasn't needed for this match today, you still put that work in, and that's what I love.
I would never put forth a game that I hadn't suffered as much as our competitors will.
See, I have. But
I think it's only fair, at least from my perspective, as doing this GMing for the first time.
Yeah. That was before I started getting GMs in order to help out, and let me just say, it took some work.
I mean, there's a tube and bin for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, now Tina is very close to getting into the second, essentially, part of this game. And I saw someone in chat ask how many levels are in this game. There are 100 levels in this game.
Wow.
So there is no worry of them completing this game.
Yeah, like the players have been doing very well, but you yourself said that you felt like the levels and the areas were fairly different, and I feel that now, like where Tina is, that like it's extremely different from what Tina had been dealing with before, just with the shape of the floors.
Yeah, those little little hook floors are really a pain because like they halt your momentum, and it's just a pain to try to like get around them. Because as you can see, like Tina's just trying to go pretty much horizontal because those are where the coins are, but she'll just launch and go 45 degrees off to the side.
Yeah, I'm really wondering like what would this game look like when played like in a speedrun setting, you know, because that could be really interesting, figuring out how to route these different levels and do precise movements so that you can't collect all of the coins quickly. Tina actually just collected one of the coins through the ground. I don't know if you caught that, but
I didn't, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, so we do have some possible speedrun strats that if you get good, you might be able to collect things through the ground, which is amazing.
I doubt we'll get to level 51, but that's when the game adds a whole other element to this game. So in the opening cutscene, not only is your head turned into a ball, but your body is turned into a ball as well.
What? Your body's a ball? I don't want my body to be a ball.
So when we get to level 51...
Tina, look at this. Wow.
She's right there. She's
skill,
right there.
That was impressive.
Amazing.
Just so you know, by the way, this game was developed by a company called Dome Software. It looks like they contributed to some versions of Shaq Fu. I also see them listed for Last Action Hero on Amiga, not the other versions. Pugsy also on Amiga. I believe that they worked on that version. Yeah. So they're a little bit known in the bad video game world, Dome Software. Psygnosis, however, was the publisher, and unless I'm mistaken, they've published a lot of games, including... Did they do Savage? I feel like they did Savage.
We'll just say they did.
Well, I mean, I can look. I've got the capability. I've got the skill here.
I'd rather just believe.
I've got the webpage open.
I have faith in you, Prosentia, that you are correct.
I mean, they did Brian the Lion. No, I need to validate. I need to. Why would you trust me?
Well, because is my validation not enough for you, Prosentia? Do you need the internet's validation, not just an individual's?
I need everyone's validation. Okay, they did Barbarian. Never mind. Barbarian, specifically the platformer where you can use mouse controls with a menu at the bottom. Essentially, Lemmings controls for a platformer. It's special. And I highly recommend everybody try that game using the mouse controls, but because then you know true horror. That's why I was getting them confused. Barbarian and Savage feel they both have barbarians. It's just one of them is named Barbarian.
I mean, they're kind of like synonyms.
Ooh, cinnamon. I like cinnamon.
Cinnamons, yeah.
Yum.
Delicious.
Yeah, Psygnosis did do some of the Lemmings games, so that it's not too surprising. But this game actually had a lot of work going in, or at least a pretty big support team. They also had producer, executive producer, a director for the Amiga game, set design. That can't be real. Why would you have a set design?
Maybe this is all green screen. So like all of the blocks are like, mo-capped in.
Okay. The person who did the music, by the way, this is the only game that they have credits for. The music's pretty good though. I actually really like it. It's very Amiga. But
I mean, if you make a masterpiece, why make another one?
It's true. Yeah, eat your heart out, Mozart. You could have stopped after doing the first one, but no. You then made your freaking Requiem, and guess what? You died before you even finished that. Nerd. I sang in Mozart's Requiem, though, okay? I love it. It's fantastic.
I mean, I know he's not your favorite.
He's fine. He's not the best, but he's fine.
Who's the one that comes up all the time in like these games that just is awful?
Well, I'm not talking about him. We're talking about Mozart.
Okay.
Why talk about the people we hate when we can talk about the people that we kind of like?
Good point. Good point.
Well, the producer for this game was Nick Court, who also helped design Dance UK for the PlayStation 2. Worms 2? Okay, we're getting there. Shaq Fu on Amiga, yeah, I like it. Grand Prix 3 for Windows. Oh, Spirit of Speed. Okay.
Tina's just grabbed another one of those joystick is cursed.
Yeah, you can see the X, by the way. Yep.
We're finally experiencing enemies on Tina's screen. So we have the guy who's just jumping up and down. That's the plunger. That is his actual name, according to the manual.
Okay.
The thing that's just like 3 orbs kind of like stuck together, that is Spinny Thing.
Spinny Thing.
So like only one of the enemies actually has kind of an interesting name. And I'll let you know what that is when we see it.
Okay.
But like, plunger, Spinny Thing. Very creative names.
You know what? If you're gonna create a game with stupid lore, keep it stupid, okay? It's fun. We don't need, like, the Bouncinator 2000. Although, in some games that would be very appropriate. Never mind. They should have named it the Bouncinator 2000. That would have been fantastic. Tina, meanwhile, is through the level.
Just
what the heck?
The master of like getting to the end with like 1 second left. Like she has done that at least 5 times now.
Yeah.
Where I feel like Mr. Torture has been like on the losing end of that like 5 times.
Honestly, I think that you're right. Like, both of the players are doing extremely well. Mr. Torture is behind, but I'd still say that Mr. Torture is doing a fantastic job with this game. It's just that this game is very, very rude.
Yeah, just the level designs at points. There's going to be a level, I think, on Tina's side, which literally just starts with you being dropped into a spike pit. And, like, if you don't react within the first half second, you will just die immediately.
Yeah, I did I did say in Discord that they're both killing the game, and Mr. Torture's like, are you sure it's not the other way around? Yeah, mutually assured destruction. Nah, this isn't a nuke round. This is Bob's bad day. You know what? It's not Bob's worst day. It's Bob's...
It's a bad day. It's not, he's had better, but he's definitely had worse. There's that time he had to fight all the aliens.
I know, right? Stupid aliens. Yeah, Mr. Torture really does not like this rotate one direction business that he's got going on here. But he's making do. He's actually getting through this stupid maze going the crappy directions that the game forced him to. Only 21 coins left, and he managed to clip through some of the spikes.
I think he's just going to die.
That's fine.
No.
Like, with no time left and 18 coins to collect, that's fine. Just die.
Tina continuing to make progress.
So apparently, we didn't hear Mr. Torture's audio there, but apparently it got very loud if you wedge yourself into the spikes and die that way.
Yeah, that checks out.
I mean, like, if it continuously says ow while you take contact damage, and it just keeps doing that sound over and over again, it had to have been loud, and I love it. Yeah. With that said, Mr. Torture, don't miss any of the coins. Oh, no. Okay, Mr. Torture backtracking a little bit in order to get this last coin.
Yeah, it's like when your joystick has one spot disabled, it is so hard to maneuver and control. Like, the fact that Tina was able to do this pretty much, I think, first try or maybe second try, just really speaks to how, you know, quickly adaptable she is to these to just game like these Kusog7ande games.
Oh yeah. Like, Tina, I feel like against anybody else, Mr. Torture would probably have a pretty strong fighting chance. But Tina is just... We've said this so many times during the GM bracket that, like, sometimes one of the players is just so good at weird jank like this. And Tina is definitely showing that skill here.
Yeah. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm glad she's a GM and wasn't a participant when I was playing, because zero chance I would be able to beat her in a match. Though I did say that about like a lot of my matches, and I somehow won. So it's just like, who knows? It's always kind of a luck of the draw situation with some games. Like, you know, one day you'll get a game that is just 100% suited to your skill set, and the next day it is the complete opposite. And now Tina has the thrusting ability. She has lost the thrusting ability.
Same. Wait, what? Ow, ow,
Yeah.
ow, ow.
Yeah, so when you collect the rocket for the first time, it says, like, you now have thrusting power, or something along those lines.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna get into... Tristan, I'm sorry. Okay. Apologies to Kusog7ande and everybody else who was staff here. I need to be a mature adult.
I'm not sure why.
I don't...
Is there something wrong with thrusting?
Well, we are currently 44 minutes into the match and having an absolute blast. I'm very much enjoying this. There's nothing wrong. It's fine. With that said, I'm just taking a look a little bit at the manual as well, because I want to see the other enemies that you mentioned. I mean, there's Killer Ball, which is your arch enemy. There's Abacus. There's Spinny Thing, and there's Plunger. Is that it?
That is it. There's only 4 enemies in the game.
Literally 4 enemies. You know what? You can do a lot with 4 enemies. Why not?
And I guess technically the rotating spikes would be considered an enemy, even though they're not, like, moving.
I mean, they're rotating. This is like really crappy Pokebell's cannon. Okay, not really crap. I've heard worse, but still not the best. So question, every once in a while I see that players have a power up or a power down and then they lose it. Are there ways to lose those, or...
So when you collect another power-up, it overwrites that current power-up.
Ooh, okay.
So, like, if you have the thrusting ability one and you collect the springy ball one, the springy ball will replace thrusting. The only way that it doesn't, like, overwrite is if you have your joystick is disabled one. The only way to cure that is to find like the potion one, which just lets you have your joystick again.
Ah. I love it.
But every other power-up overwrites each other.
Okay. Mr. T, unfortunately, is only rotating in one direction now because this game is evil.
It just puts them in the worst spots.
Well, I mean, like, part of the fun is that, you know, if you know where they are, you can sort of work to get rid of that, but oh geez. Okay, Mr. T going to the end of the stage, or going to get the last 2 coins, and there we go. The level done. Congrats, Mr. T. Great job there. That is a rough level.
Yeah, and Tina's also on a pretty rough level. She's got all the coins, but it's just navigating to get to where that teleporter is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he threw up. Stupid Bob. I mean, I guess it's not his fault.
I mean, he shouldn't have laughed at a wizard, and this whole thing wouldn't have happened in the first place.
That's a really good point. Everybody, whenever somebody has a ridiculous amount of power, don't laugh at them, okay? You learn that very quickly in corporate America. Don't laugh at the bosses. And you learn that as well when wizards are involved. Do not laugh at them. That's also a very important lesson in Baldur's Gate. If you laugh at people, they will kill you. So, don't do that. What if they're telling a joke? That's the one time you have to laugh, okay? If you don't laugh when your boss is telling you a joke, it's just as bad as laughing when they're not telling a joke. Just appropriately timed laughter. That's what we're trying to get at here. The world is rotating backwards and fast. Whoa.
Yeah, no, that's the reverse power is awful too.
That's amazing. That's like
it
speed
just goes
strats.
So quick. And I think Tina did get through that one level. Oh yeah, when you die, you fart if you have no coins. If you hadn't noticed.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Mr. T is just trying to get to these final coins, but the world is rotating so fast. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, can Mr. T manage to get out? There's not much time left.
I think he can do it.
It's possible, but also Bob. Okay, come on. You can do this. You can do this, Mr. T. There we go. You're out. Ow, that was so close.
I know the game is actually really forgiving with that timer too. So if it hits 0 and you are vomiting and you get into the teleporter, it will count as a victory.
Oh, that's really nice. I'm used to too many games being extremely cruel and extremely like, this is how it's going to work. Too bad. Okay, Tina, I believe just getting a power up to make it a little bit easier to get into the final gate, I think. Or just gonna fart. That's fine.
Yeah, just directly into the spikes.
Yeah, there is information on objects. Spike, or rotating spikes. Do not touch, Bob. Very helpful information there. The manual directly speaks to the character in here.
The manual is so condescending to Bob. Like,
I love it.
Almost every other line is just like, come on, Bob. What are you doing, Bob?
I love it. Thank you so much. You know what? This game actually came out, let's see, was it 1993? And
yeah,
there were a lot of manuals that were just very sort of straightforward. Here's the factual information. But a few manuals did have a little bit more flavor, and I think especially on the Super Nintendo that was becoming much more popular. So kudos to the developers here for giving some flavor to this really nerdy, kind of silly game. I like it.
And it's not like the flavor that like permeated the 90s of just like the use. Like, what are you trying to do? You're not cool if you can't beat this game.
The coolitude, yeah.
The coolitude that's just like, and also just like, You suck. Haha, died.
By the way, I
Like,
want you to know that Mr. Torture just cleared a level that actually took Tina a little bit longer to finish. Mr. Torture just demolished it. Tina had a very hard time getting to the end gate just because of where it was placed there. I don't think Mr. Torture can catch up at this point. It's going to be a very tall order.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Tina, like, has just blown away expectations.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I figured they'd get to 25. I'm not exactly sure where Tina's at. I think she's at, like, maybe 32 at this point.
Yeah,
But
that's amazing. Like, Mr. Torture still doing very well. It's just that sometimes your opponent is really, really good at one specific type of video game that you go up against. And, you know, how are you supposed to know that you're going to deal with rotating nightmare horror here? You don't. You know, Kusog7ande, this is not a genre that we have every day, you know?
Yeah, and it's fun to see the non-platformers. Like, I've been trying really hard to find games that aren't just, you know, weird physics jump games. There's other physics that can come into play.
Oh, yeah. There we go, Mr. Torture through that next level, still learning to rotate. Bob has a lot to learn, though, okay? Gotta be honest. This game is edutainment for Bob.
Yeah. Edutainment.
Punishment.
Don't laugh at wizards.
That's the most important education that we can get today. Yeah, do not laugh at the wizards. They will punish you. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick refresh for both of the streams so that we can have them as caught up as possible. The internet has stabilized a little bit, but just because I've been sick and we don't know if Comcast is going to obey, we are only having this match today. Just so people know, don't cry. If you cry, I'll kick your butt, okay? Wow!
I'll cry after the stream.
Okay, well, good. Just don't cry in front of me. Yeah, like, I've got a fever, and it's actually been getting a little bit worse during the stream, so I think that I probably need to take a break today.
Yeah, probably watching Bob rotate and vomit all that time, probably not helping.
Honestly, it's not hurting.
It's just there.
Yeah. Yeah, like, sure, other people might feel nauseous from this game. For me, it's almost soothing. It's like, maybe my stomach needs this. It makes me feel better.
Your stomach was already upside down. The rotation is just putting it back in its place.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of that, like, I have stomach.
No.
Whatever.
How? I didn't realize you could do that.
What happened?
Mr. Torture got through the spike area that you need to have, like, the spike power up to break, but just, like, wedged Bob in between the spikes to get the one coin that's there.
He's done that a few times, going in between spikes when you are pretty much not supposed to, but it's worked out for him, and I think that whatever strategy works for you, even if it's not the quote-unquote correct way to do something, or, you know, it's not going to work for somebody else, if it works for you, then go with it. Wow! Wow! Whoa. Whoa. 7 seconds left. You can do the... Oh, maybe, Mr. T. Maybe?
There's one coin. It's in there. I don't know.
There's not enough time to get back. Blech. With that said, 5 minutes left. The players do not know where each other are. And because of that, you know, Mr. T probably just... Yeah, didn't even take time to enter stuff in. Oh no,
There's
Tina crashed? No! However, Tina should have
Yeah, so
the passwords, right?
the way the crash works is I don't know what level that was.
Tina says, I need a level code, please.
I think that was 32 or 33.
Okay, I'll go ahead and let you take care of that. And if needed, Prism Ranger is saying 32. Yeah, we'll see if Tina or somebody else over there has the information. Honestly, Tina is not going to need bonus time. So we're not going to offer it unless that technical issue would possibly be the difference between winning and losing. Tina is still in the lead, so there we go. Tina jumping into 32, and I'll go ahead and say if bonus time appears to be helpful, we'll let you know when time is called. I like to not let the players know who is going to be in the lead. You fall upwards. Whee! Ow, 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 ow. And there we go, Tina through the level. What the crap?
Yeah, some levels are just quick. Yeah, and unfortunately, me spoiling a little bit in race chat what level they're at. So Mr. Torture, I think, is well aware his position currently.
How? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, at least Mr. Torture knows that the last few minutes are just here for fun. Let's go ahead and see what Mr. Torture can do. For me.
Yeah, maybe he can find a wrong warp. Who knows?
Yeah, we've actually had that happen before in Kusog7ande, and we do not prohibit wrong warps. We do not prohibit teleports unless we tell people before the match starts. So if there is, for some reason, a warp that nobody knows about and a player finds it, they can use it and take the victory. Sometimes it's just the luck of the draw. I've been watching a lot of The Amazing Race lately, Shrambles, and there's people in that sometimes get super salty based off of luck. They're like, oh, this taxi driver that we got is terrible, or oh, this car that the producers gave us got a flat tire, but they have a pretty strict rule that, like, while they will replace certain things, while they will, like, replace a car if it breaks down for some reason, they're like, no bonus time is going to be given to them. That's just sort of, they have to deal with it. That's how The Amazing Race goes. And for this, we do have certain contingencies. If blank happens, we will help you out. But in other cases, if it's luck, sometimes luck is the determining factor here for Kusog7ande, and you just get to deal with that. Oftentimes, learning how to deal with luck is an important skill as well. That, like, there are some games that are heavily luck based that you can learn how to deal with the luck, and that's fine. Or at least learn how to put in a billion attempts really, really quickly to deal with that luck. Ow.
Yeah, last 30 seconds, I'm just astounded by Tina right now. She absolutely destroyed this game.
Yeah. And that's not to say that Mr. T did not do a good job, because he did extremely well. In fact, I feel like this is probably a game that, like, he played just as well as most people, if not better than most people. It's just Tina demolished this. What the?
And another
and
crash.
Crashed the game. That's fine. Welcome to Kusog7ande, everybody, and that is time. We're inviting them to come join Voice because we are done with Bob's bad day. I can't believe Bob's day out went like this. Hello, Tina.
Oh, hi. That's me.
Yeah, and it looks like Mr. Torture is here as well. Welcome on in.
Hello.
So I don't, just based off of discussions that happen in chat, I think that Mr. Torture's pretty aware who the winner is, and that winner would
Yeah.
be Tina. Tina, you crush this. What the crap?
Hey, this was a good game. This game kind of rules. Not gonna lie.
Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say I understand why this is here in Kusog7ande, but I kind of want to play it.
No, you should play this game. This game is
Yeah.
awesome. This game's really fun.
Mr.
It's
Torture.
an experience.
Yeah, Mr. Torture, what about your thoughts on the game? What do you think?
I want to know something. Shrambles, are you participating in Kusog 8?
I may or may not, depending on how.
I will remember your name then.
Oh no! Oh no!
I will
Why?
remember your name.
Oh no!
No, mostly because of level 20. That's what really
Which one was
angered
level
me.
20?
20 was
The
the
one
one.
where you-
Yeah, I believe it's the one with the. It started you off with the rotation, like lock.
Oh yeah,
No, you start off without the ability to move to the left.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
what I
only
mean, yeah.
rotate one direction. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that one was tough.
Yeah, I would agree there. Like Mr. T, I have to ask. You're like, I will remember your name, Shambles, but I feel like you might have enjoyed the game somewhat still. Like I feel
there
like
are parts, there are parts where I enjoyed it, and there are parts where I really, really loved it. I think level 20 is one of those cases. And then I think it was level 5 where I got my first wall in place. Like, what the crap? And then the game kind of instructed you into fearing any power-ups or any movement that you didn't gain in place. Like, it wasn't one moment where I just like, I do not have to bounce. Do not bounce. Do not bounce.
Oh yeah, I have to say though, like towards the end, some of the levels that you were clearing, you got through them super quickly, whereas Tina actually struggled a little bit with some of them, specifically getting to the exit portal. I kept seeing Tina like rotate the level, miss the portal, let's go all the way back, rotate the level, miss the
Yeah.
portal, let's
Gosh.
go all the way back.
Yep. I know exactly
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, and Mr. T, like 1 or 2 attempts, both of those levels just got through them, and I was like, if Mr. Torture, Mr. Torture had learned by this point how to play the game very well. It's just that Tina was so good.
I get it. I think that there was one portion where the game kind of like instructed you, okay, you got this level format, and then we're going to show you the same level format with a power up or with something else in place. Let's see how you do it. And then it's kind of like you got through the first part, you can get to the second level, and then it twists its levels once again, and it gets really, really rough. I think it was, well, after level 20, 21, and 22, kind of like go in that direction, and then, well, I got to level 24, I think. And like,
Yeah, Shambles was like, I think they'll get to around 24 or 25 for the match, and Mr. T was right around there. It's just that, Tina, you made it to what, level 35 or something?
I wasn't keeping track of what level I was on. I just wanted to get as far as I could.
You only
Yeah.
crashed the game twice as well. Good job, Tina.
That's true. I was led to believe that this game's really crashy. It's only moderately crashy, if I have to be honest with you.
I mean, as soon as you got past level 18, I was just like, oh, perfect. It's not going to crash for you. It must have been my computer. And then.
Nope. Crash
And then at
twice.
the end, the game just decided, no, Tina, you've done enough. You've done enough.
Time to stop playing, Tina. Too bad.
If you get to level 50, you get a second ball to have to control.
Oh, as opposed to a second ball that just kills you.
No, yeah, it's just another ball you need to get into the teleporter. But instead of being able to jump, it doesn't jump.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds great. I
Well-
love that.
From my understanding, it's your body because your head and your body were separated and turned into balls. Yeah, so you reunite with your body, but you're still not the bald. I don't even know how to say it. Whatever.
What?
You're still in ball form.
What a bad day.
I know, right? It's but again, not the worst day, just a bad day.
Yeah, no, I mean, everybody's had worse days than this, but this is a bad day.
So Tina, give me your 10-second pitch on why this game is good.
Game is genuinely creative in terms of its level design. The controls aren't nearly as floaty as most Amiga games. Honestly, it feels really good to control. It is
like 25 or 30 words at this point.
I
Game's
said
fun.
10
Play game.
10
There you go.
seconds. No, it's fine. Whatever.
Oh, I thought you said 10 words.
Wow. Shrambles,
Me like
maybe.
game.
Me
Game
like
very
game.
fun.
Game
Play
good.
game.
Play. Sweet. Well, that was a great pitch. Now, everybody, if you're enjoying the Kusog7ande GM bracket, we actually still have signups open for Kusog7ande. They were going to end at the end of August, but people are still welcome to sign up until September 15th. We have a record number of people who have signed up so far, so don't feel like, oh no, one more person jumping in. No, we're all going to have to deal with the drama of having so many people, so just join.
It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so good.
It's a lot of fun, and Tina and Mr. Torture have chosen games before, and will hopefully be back to be GMs this year. With that said, Mr. Torture, you are eliminated from the GM bracket. Welcome to how it goes. I have to ask, do you have any words for your tombstone?
Level 20 sucks.
That is can you imagine just going to a graveyard, looking at a tombstone, and says level 20 sucks, and you're like, what does that even mean?
No, I'd be like, I get it.
Yeah.
Level 20 definitely sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really did. Well, everybody, as you know, I'm sick and Comcast has been happening. And Comcast did kind of clear up towards the end, thank goodness, but I'm still feeling like crap, and we just decided to cancel everything else for today. So I apologize for that, but welcome to life, and welcome to sometimes you gotta. It's been a really busy week, and I gotta make sure that I get rid of this fever that I've got. So we're gonna go ahead and leave and raid somebody. Are either of you gonna keep playing, by the way?
This game, no.
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. No, Tina, are you gonna keep playing something else?
Yeah, I'm going to start relearning Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster. Probably not going to be on for long, but yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and bother Tina then. I feel like we can send people over. Shrambles, what about you? Are you streaming much these days?
I am not. I am still getting back into my theater world, so a lot of my free time is doing stage performance stuff.
That's right. You did improv last night.
You know, can and cannot recommend at the same time.
Yeah, I know that feeling there. I did. Heck, I got paid for doing improv for a while, and I feel that way. Yeah, what about you, Mr. Torch? Are you streaming much these days?
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into streaming,
Yeah.
doing weekends mostly.
Okay.
Kind of do things. I will do something later. I will try some demos out of the Sonic Amateur Gaming Expo, which just began yesterday. It's a convention of indie games. Mostly, well, you got Sonic games and you had all sort of games. There's a lot of games in this exposition. I think I must have counted over 100 or more that are featured here. So I will be playing some of them later at night. So yeah, want to drop by? Like, fine, be good.
Sweet. Okay. I love indie games, by the way. There are a lot of great games. There are a lot of interesting ideas. And honestly, even when it comes to failed ideas, I love them. This game, though, Bob's Bad Day, I feel sad that, it didn't really become a classic because it kind of feels like it's close. This, it's got a lot of really cool ideas. Some failed ideas, but still really enjoyable. Well, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and take it off. I've got chills and clammy hands and a fever right now, so we're calling it good. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like. It's cheap this month, but we're going to raid Tina right now with the message. Does Bob say anything? I don't think so.
He does say "oh no" a lot when he gets hit by a spike.
Whoa, right gravity.
Whoa, let's do learn to rotate.
Around to rotate,
Yeah, that's good. I should probably pull up my
Patman,
chat, huh?
thank you so much. Level 20 does suck. You can yell that as well if you'd like. And everybody, I'll let you know on Discord, Twitter, and Blue Sky tomorrow if I am feeling good enough to be back. Other than that, take care and have a great rest of
Get
your
well,
day.
bro.
See ya, friends.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.